Hi everyone, today I'll talk about project configuration, and as I said with previous video, we need to have two sub-projects. First sub-project will be our Raccoon engine that will actually generate a static library. In my case, it's just static. You can use whatever you want, like DLL and stuff like that. And also, next sub-project will be actually our game that will generate executable, which will link our static library from our game engine. So let's just see how all of this will look like. So first of all, we need to have Raccoon folder and sandbox folder. We'll name it like this. Um, Here we will have like source code. Here also we'll have source code. And here we need to have, let's just create some simple add functions that will add two integers. Um, int add, int a, int b. Okay, and here we will have add.cpp, which will have actually an implementation of this function. Return a plus b. And also we need to include, you know what? We can actually not include this at all. But anyway. Okay, so we have all of this. And actually inside of source code, inside of our sandbox source code, we need to have something like main CPP that will actually include our add.h. Also, I will include IOStream so we can just see out the results of our add function. Std cout add 10 plus 2, for example, and just end line. That's it. Also return 0. Okay, so now you can see how all of this should look like, but there is some problem. To actually build all of this stuff, we need to have something like a build system. I will use CMake. You can use whatever you want. Like if you have some experience with CMake or any other kind of build system, you can use that. I will just use CMake. So to start with CMake, we need to have CMake file, CMake list.txt, that's the name of this file. And first thing that we need to have, CMake minimum required version. I don't know, let's just use 3.16. It's just random version, so don't think about it. Also, we need to have a project that will be named Raccoon project. And here we need to specify languages to be C++. So when we specify languages, like in our case C++, then CMake will search for C++ compiler, C++, like all of this kind of stuff to build, to compile C++, link C++, and stuff like that. So then we need to add two sub-projects, subdirectory 1 and this another subdirectory. So first subdirectory will be Raccoon, and we actually added Fastly because we definitely want Fastly to build our static library and then executable that will actually link the static library. So that's why we firstly go to Raccoon and then go to Sandbox. So we can actually do something like this. Oh, sorry. Yeah. We have actually two files. So we don't need inside of Raccoon and inside of Sandbox how all of the CMake minimum required, because we actually set it here and then go to Raccoon. So we only need it if you want to use version higher than 3.16. And this will be only like for your Raccoon. So I don't want to do this, then I will delete it. Project name will be Raccoon, and we'll delete this. So we will actually add library here. Library will be named Raccoon library, and it will be static, and we need to specify source code. Our source code will be just in our case, it just adds CVP. So there's really no reason to create a variable for just one file. But in future, we will have more than just one file, and it's better to set a variable called, like, for example, raccoon source code that will contain all our source file. And then here we will just dereference this variable, like raccoon source code. Yeah, that's it. And also, now we need to think about our sandbox. How our project, how our main.cpp will know where is this add.h. We need to add include directory. And we can add it here. We can set like target, include directories, specify which target, then we should actually specify public and CMake, not CMake, it's just current, CMake current source directory. Yeah, it's here. So, and that's variable, and we need to dereference it. This variable actually give us a path where is our current CMake list.txt. So from this path, like we are here, we need to include source codes to like include directories. And we specify it to be public. It means that every project that will use our static library, our raccoon library, will have access to this target include directories. If we will specify it to be like private, then access to this will only have our raccoon project. So I want my sandbox to also know about this include directory, and that's why I specify it to be public. So next thing, we need to actually go to our sandbox, name it, rename project, sandbox. And here, all we will do is actually, yeah, we will also create the same variable as that will contain sources, but it will be named sandbox. And this will be source code main.cpp. Main. Okay, and we need to add executable. This executable will be actually named sandbox. We can use something like this project name, yeah. But just in case for you to know that you can use whatever name you want, like that's like a lot of people actually always use this, and I am also this person that use only project name to add executable and stuff like that. But it's not like CMake don't force you to use the same like project name to your executable name. It's just executable name. It doesn't need to be the same as your project name. So in case, just for you to know, and we need to add executables, and here we need to dereference our sandbox source code. Okay, so that's it. And now we need to target link libraries. We need to specify to which target we want to link. It will be our project name. And then we need to specify what kind of library, what library we actually would like to link. And this library will be our raccoon library. So that's actually everything we need to have. And when we link this library, we will actually have access to all of this add.h. So now we need to add terminal. Oh, I already have one. But anyway. Okay. So what now we need to do? We actually need to firstly configure, like build configuration of our CMake. So to do this, we need to CMake minus s point. What does it mean? Not point dot. Okay. it means that we are now in this directory, like raccoon public. Yeah, it's just raccoon public. Okay, so we're now here, and this minus s said where is our CMake list, and by specifying just dots, we said that our CMake list is inside of our like current path where we currently are. Um, you actually can avoid typing this because it just default. If you don't type this, then our CMake will know that it just CMake list is the same current path that we are. But I just love to type it because really you can have like your CMake inside of our another fold and stuff like that. Like there is a lot of cases, so I just love to type it. Also, next stuff, we need to specify where we want to build to which folder we want to build our like make files. Okay, so I would like to have something like build, and inside of this build folder, we will have a lot of types of builds. It just should be mingw like debug, yeah, mingw release and stuff like that. So to do this, we specify this build to be mingw debug. We will firstly like build debug. Then we need to specify what we actually built. If we don't specify what we actually built, in my system, it will build Visual Studio solution. I don't want to do this, so I would like to build mingw make files. Make files. Okay, and next stuff we need to set, if we specify that this is just a debug, so we need to specify that like -d is set, like we're setting some variable, and we actually set CMake build type to be debug. Okay, so that's actually everything that we need. We can, yeah, okay, so we actually now can see that we have built mingw debug, and here we have make files. Now we can build these make files to our executable and static library for our raccoon. So to do this, we can type CMake minus minus build and specify where is this make files. So in our case, it just build mingw debug. That's it. So now, as you can see, our CMake actually built everything. And also, you know what? I also like to type not like this, but CMake minus e time before this actual command to build. And this will actually give us this. That's the time that our build takes. So that's just for future. But now we can use something like this. Okay, so now we have our executable inside of our sandbox. That's our executable. So we can actually go to our build, go to our mingw debug, then to sandbox, then just sandbox.exe, and yeah, that's what we expect. Like 10 plus 2 is equals to 12. So that's it. That's everything that I would like to. Oh, no, it's not everything. Sorry, I just forgot about something. As you can see, here we have a raccoon, yeah? But good practice is to use namespace for our game engine, like namespace raccoon. We will actually use it. Like everything that is inside of our game engine should actually be inside of namespace raccoon. And that's how we will use everything. So this add function will be inside of our namespace raccoon. So this implementation should also be inside of our namespace raccoon. Okay, so that's actually everything. So now we need to have like raccoon add. Yeah, You can also, like in future, maybe we will do something like like this is just a general namespace, and we can have inside of this raccoon namespace we can have namespaces like a renderer. We can have like namespaces, I don't know, mass, maybe like this. We can have like our add inside of this mass namespace. Like, you get a point. I will not do this, but I don't think that it's necessary, but I just want you to know about it. So now we need to rebuild everything. Mm, yeah, we can do this, and this will also rebuild. No, okay, we are not in this directory. So let's just go higher. Okay, so now we can do this. Um, it actually not rebuild. Okay, so we need to rebuild this configuration and then build it. Oh, actually, we don't need to rebuild this configuration. Okay, so this command is actually rebuild automatically, so there is no need to rebuild. Okay, so now we can actually go to our builds and to our min gw debugs and to our sandbox and then just sandbox exe and yeah, just to see that everything is just good. So yeah, that's actually the end of this video. Thanks you guys for watching, and also don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. See you next time. Goodbye.